is Tyler Creech and I'm the executive chef at South Village. And today we're just going to be making a very simple base guacamole recipe, something you guys can do at home or in your dorm. So a couple things, I guess it's really just 4 ingredients. We have avocados. You want them just to be a little bit soft, just so you can push in just a hair. You typically want them to be kind of blackish on the outside. We're using lime. We're using red onion. You could supplement a white Spanish onion or a yellow onion if you like. And then just some fresh cilantro. We just finished it with a little salt and pepper and that's it. So the nice thing about this recipe is that you can add whatever you kind of want. You can add diced tomatoes for color or flavor. You could add radish for crunch. If you like it spicy, you could do some diced jalapeno. So really kind of stepping it up. This is just a base recipe, so feel free to explore other things. So to start, it's important to go ahead and rinse your vegetables before you start. A lot of times cilantro specifically is pretty sandy at the grocery store, so making sure you rinse that and clean it before you actually start prepping. I'm going to show you how to dice a red onion and then open up these avocados as well. So I like to cut off one end, just take it right off. The other end, the root end, I do like to keep on when dicing. You can then cut it in half and you're just gonna take the peel off. The reason we keep that root end on there is because it actually holds the back of the onion together. You can then take your knife and cut it through the onion a couple times. You don't wanna go through the back because you want that root end to stay. And then we're just gonna take it and make some cuts down that way, and then you just flip it around on your cut end and you just dice it. So a nice easy dice. For this recipe, you can do a medium dice, a bigger red onion if you like red onion. You could mince this up if you like, if you don't really like red onion that much. So we're just gonna add that to our bowl. So to break down an avocado, there's a big seed in the middle. So you're just gonna kind of cut around the equator of the avocado. You're gonna push your knife in, you're gonna feel the seed, and then you just wanna rotate the avocado around. So then cut it. Once it's cut all the way around the equator, you twist and pull apart. And you can see that we have our seed on one side and then just regular avocado on the other. You can take the butt of your knife, hit it, twist, and your seed comes right out. So you can actually use this if you like. You can turn it into grate it and turn it into like a granola or whatever, add it to that. For this, we're also going to just dice up our avocado a little bit in the shell. You can squeeze this. You can take a spoon and just scoop it out. And there we go. That's how you break down avocado. So next we're just gonna juice a lime. So you actually can take the lime with the palm of your hand and just give it a good push and roll. That's gonna help the little pulp of the lime expel its juice. We're just gonna cut it right in half. You can start by squeezing it. You also can take just a dinner fork and put in the lime and use that to help get the juice out. And you're just gonna kind of twist it and squeeze it to help get all that lime juice out. The lime juice is obviously gonna help season the guacamole, give it some acidity. It's also gonna help with the oxidation of the avocados. The avocados will turn brown if they're left just in open air. So this is gonna help that. So next we're just gonna cut up our cilantro. You can use the stems. They're not going to, as long as they're not too thick, you can just cut them up and add them right into the guacamole. So we're just gonna mince this up. And we're just gonna add it straight into our bowl. So last thing we're gonna add is some salt and pepper. We prefer fresh cracked if possible, but typical table salt and black pepper is fine too. So we're just gonna give this a couple turns. You do want to make sure that you're tasting as you're adding because you don't want to make it too salty. You can always add more salt. You can never take that away. We're just gonna add some fresh black pepper. You can use a fork if you like. I prefer a whisk, and you're just gonna mash this up. Mash those avocados up. You can kind of mash them if you like them in a smooth consistency. You can leave them chunky if you like your guacamole chunky. And then we're just gonna kind of mix this up. Like I said before, you can add other ingredients. You can add mango if you like it kind of sweet and fruity, or papaya. You can add tomatoes or jalapenos. So, you know, this is definitely just kind of a base recipe. And then the last thing I want to say is for storing this, if you have some left over, take some plastic wrap and cover it and push it down to get all the air out. Because like I said before, avocados will oxidize and turn brown. So to limit the contact to air, we'll keep this guacamole longer. And that's it. So that's a simple guacamole recipe. So I hope you guys enjoy.